Doug, what are your thoughts on personality tests? Are they a good thing? And why are people so drawn to them? Why do people love them so much?
People are drawn to them. I'll start with that. People are drawn to them because they want something to help explain what's going on in their lives. Mm-hmm. Why is my family the way it is? Why is my work? Why is all the drama in my workplace go? Why does it go the way it goes? That's the good. That's the good impetus for being attracted to personality tests, and there's something to it. I'll come back to that in a minute. But there's a negative aspect to it where people are looking for excuses. I can't be expected to do what the Bible says about this because I'm an introvert, or I can't be expected to deal with my temper because I'm choleric, or and there are different kinds of personality tests. And that's another problem. Before I get to that problem, everybody in the history of the world has known that there are different kinds of people, right? And there are different kinds of personality. There's basically Pooh and Piglet and Rabbit and Eeyore.
It's highly scientific.
That's my grid, right?
Okay.
All right. He's a Tigger. He's a Piglet. He's a Rabbit. And that rough and ready sort of diagnostic tool, if you want to call it a diagnostic tool, maps onto the ancient system of melancholic, sanguine, phlegmatic, choleric.
And there is a real gift in being able to read people. I mean, when you have somebody who can have a 30-second conversation with somebody and they can read them really well, that there's something to that.
Yeah, if I hire this guy, I'm gonna have to cheer him up every third day.
Right.
I'm gonna have to give him a pep talk. If I hire this guy, I'm gonna have to be saying "whoa" every 10 minutes. People are different, and people have different personality gifts and sets and stuff. And I don't think there's anything wrong at all with budgeting for that, or taking
or being attuned to it,
and being open to it. But I think it really needs to be a rough and ready, intuitive thing. And this leads to my main concern. It's not a scientific thing at all. And some of the more modern personality tests want to say that you're 13% this, and,
right?
There are no decimal points on it. Now you can say that person is really cheerful, or this person, the glass is half empty all the time. Yeah, there are different personality types that way. But I know of companies, for example, that require color-coded badges for where you've taken the personality test, and then you've got to wear a color-coded badge so everybody in the company who deals with you
that's creepy.
That's just it's creepy. Not only is it creepy, but it's also silly. Because people are not
as simple as that.
They're not manufactured units like that. We're not like a giant Lego set that we're stacking up together, and this size always goes in this slot. And so I think that the modern corporate dedication to personality tests is a dedication to humanity as a machine, right? And I think Christians ought to be at war with that.
If you had somebody who is obsessed with taking personality tests, they just love to spend time, read books about it, define themselves. Most of their social media posts is identifying their personality and relating it to different issues and whatnot. If you had them in your office and you had to say, listen, I'm not saying you're guilty of this sin, but what sins should they be looking through in their life to mortify?
If someone has that propensity, I would say the sin would be idolatry, because the Bible says that the Bible is the mirror that we are to look. How do we check self-deception in ourselves? The Bible talks about self-deception in a number of places. If you hear the word and don't do it, you deceive yourselves. So if I want to see the back of my own head, if I want to see how I'm coming across to other people, then what I need to be doing is looking in the mirror of the word, okay? And looking in the mirror of the Word, there's going to be a constant temptation if a person has a lust to have science tell me what I'm doing and have science tell me the way I am. And you look at, Myers-Briggs instead of the Epistle of James, then I think that's a problem. I don't think it's a problem to take a test like that. But I think it's like David numbering Israel. I think you're playing with fire.
Okay.
And I think if you take a test like that and you say, yeah. I guess I am a rabbit, or I guess I am. Who would be? Rabbit is bossy. Piglet is timid. Pooh is phlegmatic. The Eeyore is always downcast. I think that's all you need to know, really. And if I look in the Word to find out, do I need to rein it in when I'm talking to other people? Am I the kind of person that just bowls other people over? Well, the Bible tells me that I ought to be evaluate myself judiciously. I should know my gifts and strengths. I should know my weaknesses. I should confess my sins to one another, to others. And as I do that, I learn from the Word and from my brothers and sisters what I'm actually like. And I don't think the scientific process of assigning you a certain spot in the grid is going to get there. So if you think it's going to answer all my problems, it's going to solve everything for me, then I think the sin I would tell them to try to uproot is idolatry. Science or pseudoscience can't do that for you.
Thank you.
Before I go today, I want to tell you about a new documentary that Canon is releasing from my daughter, Rebekah Merkle. It is called Eve in Exile, and it comes out on May 6th. Eve in Exile is a movie about the failure of feminism and the future of femininity. Be sure to check it out exclusively on Canon Plus. Here's a quick look.
What does it mean to be a woman? Apparently nothing at all.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
I can't.
So
I'm not a biologist.
Our culture hates the idea of boundaries.
My body, my choice!
We just want there to be no rules, no lines, no definitions.
As a woman, what is that? Was to each their own.
We're Christian women, and we want to live in the way God told us to. But we're looking out over this current playing field and wondering where on earth we are supposed to stand. Our daughters are born into the ruins of what used to be a Christian nation, and we are raising them in the wreckage of the West. What does obedience look like in this madhouse?